Before today's video starts, I want to remind you about all the new merch that's coming, because from the moment this video goes live, in only a few hours, all the new merch will drop and be available for you to purchase. And like I said previously, all of the winter clothes, the hoodies, and these really sick beanies are all super limited in low stock numbers, and they're not gonna last long at all. So don't sleep on it, guys. Don't wait. Make sure you don't miss out and head to SAMMIT.net. Check the countdown timer on the homepage. It'll tell you once it goes live, and you can set your alarm so you don't miss out. Or if it's already been a few hours, head there right now and hope that something is still left. Welcome to today's video, guys. As you can see behind me, we've got waifu Remchan there, and honestly, I think I'm gonna fill out the rest of this wall for when we're streaming on Twitch and all that. I got a little bit more kind of paperwork and stuff to do on the computer, and then we're gonna head out the front and try to work out what's wrong with my S15. Something happened last night, and I guess in the next clip I'll fill you guys in. So yesterday when I jumped in the S15 to head to Duse's shop to meet up with him and film that video on the Knuckles, I jumped in, turned the ignition, the car would just crank and not start. It was absolutely freezing cold, below freezing temperatures yesterday. And I'm starting to think that maybe there's a problem with my OEM factory ECU or something wrong with the relay somewhere, because it wouldn't prime. This is me first trying to start it for today. Let's see if it's gonna work. Nope, did not hear anything prime. That's the problem. All my tools are at the shop and I can't get this thing to start at all. It could also be maybe there's something wrong with the cam angle sensor, because I know if that's unplugged, the ECU doesn't prime the fuel pump or send ignition like spark to the coil packs. So I don't know. There's a lot of things that it could be right now. And this is that random issue that I had the other day where we thought maybe it was the Nismo fuel pump. We've already upgraded and fixed the wiring in the back going to the fuel pump, so we know it's not that. I've checked fuses. I know it's not that. I'm really stumped, man. So I'm gonna try and figure out what's going on here. And now it's randomly working again. I am really confused about this. I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna take this thing to Yashio factory and we're gonna diagnose this and try and figure out what this problem is. I don't know. I really don't know. Shut it off. Yeah, now the fuel pump's priming, no problem. I don't get it. Need to tighten that fan belt, I think. I swear this thing is adamant, like it does not want me to compete in it this weekend. Oh boy. Well, let's go to the shop, load this thing up with all my tools and tires and everything I need, go to Yashio factory, get this thing figured out and work out what's going on. I wonder if it is still like some kind of wiring issue that we didn't discover in the back where the pump is, so I'll look at that first, I think. So just arrived at Yashio factory, and for some reason, everything seemed to be fine with the S15 on the drive here. I've tried turning the key on and off a whole bunch to see if the fuel pump stopped priming or anything, and it seems to be okay again. That still doesn't mean I'm not going to investigate what's going on. What I'm going to do first is change out all my tires for the competition on Sunday. I got 4 tires and wheels to change, and then I'll dig into the back. I'll go through the wiring, get the multimeter out, and just start trying to diagnose it. I suspect there could be a short somewhere in the wiring that comes from here through to there. So what I might be doing today is just the relay mod and running a whole fresh positive wire to the battery, and just trying to bypass that whole line altogether and only use that as a trigger for the relay. So yeah, kind of sucks, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Well, we found my issue, guys, and it is once again my wiring in the top of the fuel hat. This time the negative ground side melted.
and destroyed the pin and the coupler. So I don't really get what's going on. This is a brand new Nismo pump. This never normally happens. So what I'm going to do is do the same modification I did for the positive line, for the negative line, and ground it straight to the chassis, and we shouldn't have any more problems. So I've already drilled another hole there, keeping things obviously separate and as far away as I can from the positive line, and this is going to become my new fuel pump plug. And what I'm going to do is, I do have some big upgrades planned for the S15 later on this year. I'll upgrade to a full billet Frenchies hat that will have AN lines and stuff, so we won't even have to use this plastic hat anymore soon. But we'll make it work for now. Do the same bolt and silicon trick here for terminals through the hat, and we should be good to roll for the weekend and any other events that are coming up. Alright guys, I've finished doing the little bolt mod on this fuel hat, but I wanted to show you just how bad this coupler is. Check this out. It's shot. Yeah, this isn't going to get plugged in at all anymore, and I've snipped one of the wires as well and taped that up, so just in case those two pins touch, we don't want to short. Also, the hat itself in there is really melted around the pins up the top there. Might be hard to see, but it's bad. And this is a common issue with these hats. These plastic hats like to melt and do that issue. Normally though, it's like a 400 plus like liter per hour pumps that they start to do this. It's kind of rare for it to happen with the Nismo ones, but I do know that the new Nismo pumps do push a little bit more liter per hour, so maybe they're drawing a bit more. Another thing that it could have been was the previous owner did already do a ground mod on this, which means that the pump is running a lot more stronger. So that could have caused the extra draw and everything. So I don't know. These things happen. I'm not too fussed. We've got it repaired. We're going to be able to compete now. So I'm happy, and we're going to replace this with a nice billet piece and AN lines in the future. So this will do for now. It definitely doesn't look the nicest with the globs of silicon there, but hey, does the job and does it well. So somehow the pump went into the slot in the tank first go, and the collar went on first go too. That is the first time that has ever happened to me in the history of me working on 33, 34 Skylines and Silvia's S14s and S15s, because they all have the same kind of pump system. Pro tip as well, be very, very careful with these connectors. Don't apply too much force and be very, very gentle. They do like to break, so just be nice and gentle when you click them back in. There you go. Quick release fittings are kind of nice. I think the Skyline doesn't even use quick release fittings actually. I think just the S15 does. Nice. Nice. And then the vent doesn't use a quick release. These like to break off too, so just be careful when you put them on. Sometimes I just, I get a bit of spit and put on that. I don't like using like any lube or anything like that. I know it's kind of gross talking about putting spit on stuff, but it goes a long way and helps a lot. All right, we're done. Now I'm gonna put the lid back on, plug in the two wires, and we should be good. It's now time for the moment of truth. Here's the pump and a prime. Yee yee. Just gotta fix that fan belt today as well. It's a good sound, that's what I wanna hear. Let's see if we can hear it in here. Oh yeah, we can definitely hear that pump priming now. I'm a very happy lad. Well, hopefully we don't have that problem anymore. I don't get stuck in McDonald's, and my car does start every day in my driveway. Giving the old girl some love. We're getting an engine oil change, a transmission oil change, and a diff oil change. And this was the condition of my transmission fluid. Yuck. Wow. Definitely need to change that a little bit more frequently, I think, especially with the amount that I've been driving this thing this year. Oh boy, but getting some fresh oil in there. Changing the oil in your diff as well makes a huge difference, I've found, like with how it clunks and makes a big noise. Oh yeah, that diff oil does not look that clean. Oh, hang on. Let's get a good look at it. Oh yeah, she's filthy. Yeah. Although I did ask Yuta, he said like no big chunks of metal or anything were on the magnets, which is really good to see. So pretty lucky there. Yeah. Did a little bolt check under here as well, made sure everything's all tight, so we should be good for the weekend. I'm pumped. We're now wrapping up for the day. It's so cool to see all the pink machines in here. Can't wait to see that 8.6 finally with an engine in it. really is a pretty sight. 3 pink machines right there, another 3 right here, and as soon, well, that thing's gonna, that other S15 there's about to be pink because that's gonna be his NA build, and then probably the Yaris is gonna end up pink too. That's kind of a cool shot. See how like the smoke, well, it's not smoke, it's just the what's the word, because the air is really cold. I can't think of it right now, but you can kind of see that the radiator and the fan is just sucking it in the aero there. Time to head home. I'm excited to feel what my car feels like now that it's got new oil and everything. So on the way home now, guys, and I don't know if this is like placebo effect or what, but I swear, like every time I do transmission and diff fluid, it shifts smoother, the transmission, and the noise that I would normally hear in the rear end from the 2A is nowhere near as bad. Maybe it is the placebo effect. I don't think so. If you guys have experienced the same thing too, where you can generally feel a difference when you've changed oil in your transmission and diff, let me know in the comment section. I want to know that I'm not alone. But yeah, this car feels great, and I cannot wait to shred this thing on Sunday at Nico's circuit. I just hope it's going to be a bit warmer because it's been getting stupid cold here recently. Well, stupid cold for me at least. It's been a while since we've done ASMR coffee time in the channel, so ASMR gas time, boys. Drink, my precious. Drink. Oh boy. It feels so good coming home today knowing that my S15 is going to be fine for the competition. I'm not gonna lie, last night I literally was just like, probably the ECUs died, and I was thinking that me and Okachan were gonna have to probably retune an OEM factory ECU and switch it out and do a couple of street tuning runs today, but it looks like it was just something as simple as that wiring issue in the rear end again. So I really hope that that's it and it doesn't keep coming back. I am very concerned though about why it was heating up so much with just a normal Nismo pump. Like I said, it's not unheard of, but it's not like normal, if that makes sense. Like all of Okachan's cars have Nismo pumps and he hasn't even upgraded the wiring at all, and they're all fine. The only thing I suspect is that he hasn't grounded them, done the grounding mod. So I think what the grounding mod does, and the whole purpose of doing it, is it's bypassing like the little regulator that controls the voltage going to the pump. And what that means is it's just going to be running at the full like strength non-stop. And I think what that does is that's just causing it to draw too many amps, especially considering the newer Nismo pumps do pull a lot more litre per hour than the older ones. So I think that's just what it came down to. Now, I thought we would be fine when we found the first issue because the only wire that, the only pin that was heated and melted was the positive side. And I thought, well, you know, maybe we just need to reinforce and do the bolt mod for the positive side. But really, I should have done both at the same time. At that point, I was like, oh, it'll save me time, and I don't really need to do it if it's not necessary. And it 100% was necessary. Because now that I think back, of course that means that then, you know, if it happened on the positive side, of course that means that the draw is going to be the same on the negative side. So, little bit of a brain fart on my end, but hey, these things happen. You live and you learn and you move on. So yeah, hopefully that issue's solved. I'm really excited about the competition on Sunday. I'm confident that I think we'll do pretty well. I'm hoping for podium, but obviously I don't want to, like, you know, psych myself up so much that if we don't get podium I'll get disappointed. So now start the mind games that happen in my head before every competition. I just hope I get some really good rest and sleep, but unfortunately I am so busy for the next few days, it's insane. So with that, guys, let me remind you one more time, SAMMIT merch. From when this video goes live, it'll literally be up, available and dropped in a few hours. So make sure you head to sammit.net. Don't miss out on any of the stuff. I cannot wait to see you guys repping this stuff. This is the best merch we have ever made, and I'm so hyped on it. All my friends keep messaging me and saying that it looks sick and they want some, and oh man, it's I never thought I would actually enjoy designing and making clothing as much as I have been.
it's crazy. Like, I think it's just the process I really enjoy, like, you know, getting the samples, checking the quality, telling them to, you know, I want the thicker stuff, I want to make sure the print is this kind, and going through and selecting. And I think it's just cool, like, you get to literally create something, and then you get to see other people like it and enjoy it and wear it and send you pictures. It's just, it's such a warm, fluffy feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but it's cool. Anyways, I'm talking too much, but go check out SAMMIT.net, go get yourself some merch. Sorry for the short video today, but things are just really hectic behind the scenes for me right now, and I'm sure you will all understand. Some cool stuff coming. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button, write us a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Peace out. Ciao, mata.